I am Tavi and this is my free-to-play account where the goal is to reach max tier with every single brawler in the exact order I unlock them. The rules are simple. I cannot switch to another brawler until I hit max tier with the previous one. That rule does not apply to ranks or special challenges since those are not the main focus of this account. In the last episode I reached max tier with Poco, which means it is time to serve some drinks with our favorite bartender robot, Barley. On day 48 we hit some milestones in the play to win event and got 3 presents and 1000 power points for free. The presents, as expected, were full of absolutely nothing, not that I expected anything different. And from voting on Brawl Stars eSport website I got 300 Pro Pass XP, which was just enough to get me to the next tier, unlocking a ranked star drop. Somehow I pulled my third ranked skin from those, and it was for Poco. A bit late considering I already finished pushing him to max tier, but hey, still cool. After that I had to choose between buying a star power or a gadget for Barley. After thinking about it a bit, I just went with my gut and bought the herbal tonic gadget. I was hoping I might get his star power later from a legendary star drop anyway. Then I selected Showdown because it had a ton of quests tied to it, and I started the push. Since my internet was beyond horrible that day, I had to push solo. Would have loved to stream it, but yeah, not happening with this connection, maybe another time. After a few matches, I completed 5 quests in Showdown, which gave me a decent chunk of XP. Then I accidentally clicked play again and ended up in another Showdown match. And for some reason, the bots really hated me in that one, even threw angry pins at me the second they saw me. Are the bots racist? And not surprisingly, I died pretty fast. After that embarrassing loss, I switched to ranked. I was trying to get a legendary star drop which had a chance of giving me a star power for Barley. On top of that, I had 3 ranked quests to complete, so it just made sense. Since my rank wasn't really high, I won every single match and reached gold 2, which gave me 200 Pro Pass XP. Unfortunately, that was still not enough, so I had to keep suffering in ranked a bit longer. The next match was a loss, and at that point I just had enough, so I just stopped for the day with only 67 trophies gained. I do not do this often, but I just have to say it. These videos take a long time to make, and your support is what keeps me going and spending countless hours working on them, so both me and you can enjoy the end result. So if you enjoy my content and have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Anyway, on day 49 I finally received the rest of the Pro Pass XP from voting on the Brawl Stars eSports streams. This gave me 600 Pro Pass XP. I also got this pin as a bonus, which was actually pretty good. This was more than enough to get me a legendary star drop, but I decided to save that one for last. First I started with a ranked star drop, and somehow I unlocked my 4th ranked skin in just 2 seasons. This is just actually insane. Then I opened the legendary star drop, and as I expected I got a star power for Barley, though unfortunately not the one I wanted. Still, it was an incredible pull and it will make the push easier. Also, for reaching another milestone in the community event, everyone got a mythic star drop. From mine I got a droplet spray, which was as exciting as getting random mortis on your team. After all of that I continued pushing in Showdown because all of the maps today were just horrible. Also, my phone kind of broke 1 year after I dropped it, so now whenever I play it looks like this. Not exactly a fun experience, but I forced myself to play through it anyway. With the new broken phone and the thought of how I might fix it constantly in my mind, I reached 100 trophies. This meant that from this point forward I would be facing real players. After this I switched to Brawl where I pushed Barley to 232 trophies. I stopped because I got really bored. On day 50 we managed to reach another milestone. This time we got 2000 bling. As someone who really enjoys cosmetic items, I was really happy about this, and I already knew exactly which skin I was going to spend them on. Unfortunately, the Brawl map on day 50 was horrible, so I was forced to play something else, and I decided to go with Heist instead. After my first win, thanks to the double star drop event, I managed to get a legendary star drop, and from it I pulled the zombie skin. And I was a little happy because Bibi is actually one of my 3 mains. Without getting too distracted by the Bibi skin, which I will not be able to use for quite a while, I continued the push. After a while I managed to complete all of my quests, reach bronze 2 with Barley, and also hit 300 trophies, which was really satisfying. Honestly, day 50 was pretty boring since nothing too interesting happened. I was mainly focused on completing quests, which is why I played Showdown after heist, until I finished every single quest. By the end of the day I had 366 trophies with Barley. Day 51 started with another milestone, and for it everyone received a legendary star drop. From that star drop I unlocked my 28th brawler, Viper. To make the push just a tiny bit more interesting, I decided to play with my friend. Why? Well, when you are playing in a team, you get double daily XP, and because of the coin shower event, that XP gets turned into coins, which are then doubled again by XP doublers. Potentially I could earn up to 600 coins every single day until the end of the event, just as long as I claim all of the daily XP. And now that was a long sentence. Even with both my and my friend's skill, we still lost the obvious cheaters after just a few matches. Just look at those stats, they are definitely cheating. After that loss, we decided to switch to duo showdown because with at least one friend it is way more fun. I kept playing showdown with my friend until I reached 436 trophies, and then I stopped playing for the day. I haven't pushed at all since the last session, since I've been really busy editing the last episode. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I put a lot of hours into it and I honestly think it turned out pretty nice. Anyway, day 56 started with some freebies for hitting more milestones in the community event. I got 500 credits towards bomb, a Hypercharge star drop that gave me bypass Hypercharge, and the ultra trophy box, which you can see here. Now, the most important or interesting thing, it won't give me a lot of progression unless I get a ton of gems, but that won't happen. I opened like 30 of these ultra trophy boxes, but I didn't really have good luck on my other accounts. So that's why I didn't make a video about this opening on a ton of accounts. So yeah, really hope that we will get something really cool, legendary or mythic skins. Please, I'm begging you. Ooh, we got I think legendary skin. Or it could be an epic one as well from the Brawl Pass. Let's hope for the best. But yeah, it could be a legendary skin right there. No, the worst legendary skin in the game. Come on! I hate the skin because during the Godzilla event I used to get a ton of dynamite skins. Because I already had it, I got bling instead. So yeah, we got another glowing item and we get another Poco skin. Looks like we are Poco main on this account, which is interesting. Then a bunch of pins. Nothing interesting. As you can probably tell, I wasn't exactly thrilled, even though I just pulled a legendary skin, which I didn't manage to do on 30 other accounts. But somehow it happened on my free-to-play account. I had actually prepared for this ultra trophy box by unlocking Crow instead of Spike, just because Crow has 2 legendary skins which I didn't manage to get. Whatever, better luck next time, Tavi. At least the profile icon was kind of funny. After that, since the Mega Peak event was live for everyone, I decided to suffer through it, playing only with randoms. After just 3 wins, I managed to finish some quests which gave me enough credits to unlock my 29th brawler, Bo. Then I kept grinding the Mega Peak until I ran out of tickets, and somehow I won every single match. Not gonna lie, I did not expect that. After that I tried Brawl Hockey, but since Barley was awful on that game mode, I just gave up and called it a day. Day 59 started with my second Mega Pick on this free-to-play account, and it was completely empty. Or at least it would have been if it weren't for the contributor rewards, because I actually pulled a legendary star drop and from it unlocked my 30th brawler, Gale. I also got a mythic star drop with this Barley pin, which I then forgot to equip. Since I was still working on the last video, I didn't play for the next few days. On day 62 however, the new season started with Wasabi powers, and with it came a whole bunch of sushi to open every single day. For the first day of the event, everyone got 2 free sushi rolls, and since I was pushing Barley, I had to get his Wasabi power, otherwise pushing from here on out would be insanely slow. From the first sushi, I got a Wasabi power for Brock, and from the second one, Rosa. Still no Barley. I had a few more sushi rolls from the daily reward thing, and I don't even know what it is called. To get one more, I played the Samurai Smash event. You basically defeat samurai robots and collect golden What even is that? If you know, let me know in comments. Whatever. First team to collect 60 of them wins. It wasn't hard since I was playing against bots. Since I was still far from finishing the quest in Samurai Smash, I kept playing. All I wanted was Barley's Wasabi power, even though it's not that strong. It would at least make those Wasabi modifier matches possible. Luckily, most players didn't have Wasabi powers yet either, so I wasn't completely doomed. After winning my second match of the day, I got another sushi roll, and it gave me this profile picture, which is kind of alright. Then, after 4 more wins, I hit 500 trophies and unlocked another sushi, and it gave me another Wasabi power, but still not for Barley. Kept grinding Samurai Smash event until I finally finished the quest, and let me tell you, it got boring really fast. But for all that effort, I did manage to get one more Wasabi power, this time for Jess. At least it's for a brawler that I've upgraded in the past. After spending an eternity in the new game mode, I decided to stop for the day. Just kidding. Instead of stopping for the day, I actually decided to push ranked, this time with my friend Spy. Why? Well, I wanted to reach mythic rank again, and it was pretty fun last time, and the rank boost really helps me progress faster, which means a ton of Brawl Pass XP, which then means better rewards. Spy was a bit ahead of me in Elo, but it didn't make a huge difference. Playing ranked with at least one friend is so much better than playing alone with randoms. Also, we are both pretty decent at Brawl Stars, so you already know, we were playing really well. And we climbed fast. Gold 2, Gold 3, Diamond, Diamond 2, and finally Diamond 3. Even though we weren't taking the game seriously, Spy pulled off this insane clutch, so I made a 3D edit of it. Enjoy! Anyway, I also got a legendary starter from the Pro Pass and ended up unlocking a Hypercharge for Poco. Since I really needed some power 11 brawlers for future matches, I decided to just go all in and fully max out Poco. We tried to push all the way to mythic, but unfortunately Spy got there before I could, and because I didn't have enough maxed out brawlers, I just couldn't play with him. That left me to play alone 2 matches with randoms. Pushing that far in one day was already a grind. The first solo match went great, which bumped me to 4400 elo, and also got Shelly to silver 3, giving me 150 credits towards my next brawler. And the final match? Yeah, I got matched with Miko, whose apparent life goal was to feed not just stars but also supers to the enemy team, and we lost pretty fast, and it wasn't exactly fun. Sadly, the next match didn't go any better, so I decided to call it a day and continue tomorrow. On the next day, I decided to finish what I started, which was reaching mythic rank. I won the first match after quickly losing 3 times in a row. Whether that's my random's fault or just a skill issue, I'll let you decide. Thankfully, all the matches of those losses went just smoothly and I finally made it to mythic again. And for all that effort, I got a mythic starter from the Pro Pass. What did I pull? This icon. After that, I went back to pushing Barley's trophies, starting with Showdown because I had quests there. Since Barley is awful in Showdown, all my games look like this, me camping in a bush. But the strat worked and I got the quest done. Then I switched over to Brawl since it didn't have the Wasabi modifier that day. Without Barley's Wasabi power, I could only push every second day, so this was my window. I quickly reached 600 trophies and then hit 650 not that long after. I played quite a bit, so I decided to stop for the day after reaching 687 trophies. Since I still didn't have Barley's Wasabi power, I had no choice but to play Gem Crab, one of the few modes without the Wasabi modifier. After 2 wins, I earned some sushi, which surprisingly split into 2 rolls. The first gave me Barley's Wasabi power, finally, and the second gave me one for Bull. That meant that I could finally start playing the Wasabi modifier modes. But before jumping in, I decided to wrap up some leftover quests in Gem Crab. Then I moved on to Hot Zone, which didn't go too well. Since completing just one quest didn't feel worth my time, I switched over to Brawl and started pushing trophies again. Even though Barley's Wasabi power isn't that strong, it doubles the duration of his attacks, giving him great area control. It actually helped win some matches. Because it still wasn't that strong, I returned to Hot Zone to finish that one lingering quest. I managed to complete it in just one game. Since Barley is decent at keeping the enemies off the capture points, I pushed until I hit 790 trophies. Also, for some reason I couldn't find the footage of me upgrading Jackie to power 7, but I did catch myself bumping her up to power 9, just in case I pulled a legendary star drop with a star power for her. Either way, I had pushed a lot today, so I decided to call it a day. On day 66, I started off by playing some map maker with Poco, since I had a quest for him. For my second win, I got to split Sushi into 8 pieces, which unlocked 3 Wasabi powers and even an event skin, and I was really hyped. The Wasabi powers were for Poco, Shelly, and my very first Inferno Wasabi for Fang. As for the skin, it was for Tara. She was the only brawler I could get one for, and it looked amazing. Honestly, a perfect way to start the day. I quickly wrapped up the Poco quest, then jumped back into the Barley push. My goal for today was to hit exactly 900 trophies, since this push had been dragging on for way too long. I thought that the map wouldn't suit Barley because it was so open, but people kept picking tanks and close range brawlers in Brawl Ball, which actually played to my advantage. After winning my 6th match of the day, I earned another Sushi, which gave me a Wasabi power for Bo. Eventually I reached also silver 2 with Barley, which meant free coins, and hey, who doesn't love free coins? Weirdly enough, I ended up on a 14 game win streak as a thrower on an open map, and that brought me to 900 trophies. At that point, I was only 100 trophies away from max tier. I debated whether I should just finish the push today or wait for a better map. In the end, I chose to keep going, and I didn't feel like waiting. Right after crossing 900 trophies, I lost a game. Classic, I still didn't give up. The wins started rolling in again, up to 940 trophies. Lost one, then 2 more wins in a row brought me to 950 trophies. But the random started getting rough and I was tilting hard. I knew that I had to take a break before I would completely lose it. 2 hours later, I came back refreshed and focused. I climbed back up to 960 trophies, 974 trophies, 985 trophies, and also 997, just 3 trophies away from max tier. I queued up one last match, my teammates, Mortis and Kenji, and I actually thought I was cooked, but I wasn't about to give up this easily. I focused on keeping the enemies low HP so my teammates could finish them off, and it kind of worked. We scored the first goal and they quickly tied it up, 1-1. I couldn't let the match go into overtime since Melody would have easily scored. So when the final round started, I popped my Hypercharge super, forcing the enemies far back. It did huge damage, and I also built up another super right after. I used it immediately to push Leon even further away. Then Kenji scored. After nearly 20 days, Barley finally hit max tier, and with stats like that, totally earned. Without wasting any more of your time, that's it for this episode. In the next one, I will be pushing Jackie to max tier, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Either way, Tavi was here today. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and see you in the next one.